nominating meeting for the 21 South for our district officers. We appreciate you taking time to do this. We appreciate you staying up late for us tonight. I am especially thankful for everybody who's worked so hard on this. Setting up the technology obviously is Brian. Our committee though, the elections committee, it's chaired by Priscilla White. The other members are Cabinet Secretary Sheila, who's here with us, and the other one is Lori Gins. Appreciate them very much. I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to Sheila. I'm going to tell you something. We've had some interesting things happen in the last couple of hours, so I'm going to apologize in advance if things go a little awry and I have to be corrected and back things up. Of course, you're used to that by now. So I'm going to turn the time over to our Cabinet Secretary, who is our acting election chair for this evening, Lyon Sheila.
Thank you very much. Brian, can you go to the next screen, please?
So I'm right with you. There's about a 3-second delay from when I switch.
Perfect. So obviously, tonight is all about the election and our nominations for our district positions. From an election status perspective, we had 44 clubs that were eligible to vote in this election. Of these clubs, we had 32 submit delegate names. And that gave us a total of 76 total delegates that have registered to vote. Next slide. So we are doing online voting. So this is a first for us. As with many things, we are using Election Runner as our platform. The voting will begin tomorrow, Thursday, November 12th at 11 a.m. and end on Friday, November 13th at 9 p.m. So you are able to vote anytime during that period of time. The election results will then be announced at the end of our MD21 mid-year leadership conference, which is November 14th, my birthday, at 4 p.m. Brian, I think you wanted to say something about the voting also.
Very quickly, because I don't want to waste your time. Thank you, delegates, for registering and alternates. Tomorrow morning, you will receive your email right at 11 or just before. If you've not received it by 11:05 or 11:10, you're welcome to reach out to me, and I will get back to you and help you to get into the system. I don't expect any problems. All of you also should have gotten your video yesterday that shows you how to vote, and the process takes about 30 seconds. So hopefully you've all watched the video, and that is everything. Thank you very much.
Very good. Next slide, please. And Keith, I believe we'll be turning it back over to you.
Right. Thank you very much. One thing I do want to tell you is that for the elections or to be valid, there's a certain percentage of clubs that need to participate. That has occurred. Sheila has taken care of that, as she mentioned earlier. A majority of those voting also have to, or excuse me, the winning candidate has to receive a majority of the votes, whether somebody is running against them or not. So you'll see on one of the choices, you'll have a name that she will tell you about, and you'll have a choice of yes or no. For this person to be elected, he must receive a majority of all the ballots with a yes. You do have the option to vote no if that's what you choose to do. So please keep that in mind. I'm going to discuss the position of second vice district governor and first vice district governor. At this time, we have no candidates qualified and ready to run. There was a notification of somebody who had put in their nomination and met the qualifications to run for first vice district governor. That candidate has withdrawn, so we do not have a candidate for either of those. There are two things now that can happen. There's a procedure where those positions can be nominated from the floor if they meet all qualifications and be voted on. If there are none for one or both positions, then there's a special meeting that's called a district that involves the cabinet officers, as well as past district governors and former international officers. So when I ask for nominations from the floor, that person has to meet every qualification. If you think you may be qualified, I'll go through all of those. There is one big qualification that probably will determine whether or not you can be nominated. One of the requirements is you have to have been endorsed by your club to be voted on and elected in the election, which is starting at 11 a.m. in the morning. So if you have planned to be nominated from the floor over the past few weeks, you may have that endorsement with you, and somebody can nominate you for one of these positions. If it's never occurred to you until this moment to run, I would guess you do not have an endorsement letter with you, in which case you would not be able to be a nominee for one of the positions. So with that, because there are no qualified nominations existing at this time to be on the ballot for second vice district governor, we're going to open them up to the floor. So if you meet all of the qualifications to run for second vice district governor, including an existing endorsement from your club, you can be nominated at this time. Brian, if you will watch and let me know if there are any nominations, we'll wait a minute for people to consider that.
So if you wish to make a nomination, please raise your hand and I will unmute you. I'm watching now. And I am seeing no hands yet. Let's give it a moment for people to consider. No hands and no written nominations. You may submit by writing and it will be called on. So for second vice, I am seeing no hands. Do you want to give them about 20 more seconds or?
Yes, I'll one more time so in case anybody missed it. If there are any nominations that meet all qualifications, including an existing endorsement from your club, you may make that nomination at this time.
No hands are being raised. No written nominations are being submitted.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll close the nominations for second vice district governor. There is no candidate at this time, and it will go to the procedures established by LCI to select somebody in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. First vice district governor. Again, there is a name on there. That person has withdrawn, so there is no qualified nominee at this time. So at this time, we'll open up the floor to nominations for the position of first vice district governor. So if you meet all qualifications, including an existing endorsement from your club, the floor is now open for nominations.
I'm watching for hands or written nominations. You may submit either way and I will call on you. Shall we give them 30 seconds?
Yes, and then I'll make a quick call again.
Okay, I'm got my clock on.
Okay, and we have music, so that's nice.
Oh, that's actually my niece in the background. My nieces are visiting. Sorry
Hey,
about
it's
that.
great.
I'll mute myself in the future.
No, it's fine.
Better.
I'll tell her you said that. About 10 more seconds left. I'm seeing no one's hand up. I am looking at no written submissions. Please do so. If you're in the middle of writing, we'll still acknowledge you. That is 30 seconds, Lyon District Governor.
Okay, this is the last chance, the last call. Are there any nominations for the position of first vice district governor?
We'll give them some time. I am watching for hands or written submissions. I am seeing nothing yet. There are no hands and there are no written submissions.
Okay.
No hands, no written submissions, Governor.
Okay. In the absence of any nominations, then nominations for first vice district governor are closed. This is also a vacancy, and this will be filled according to LCI procedures. Thank you very much for your attention to this matter, and I will turn the time over for the rest of the election to our Cabinet Secretary and Acting Elections Chair, Sheila Gonzalez.
Thank you. So at least we do have a nomination for district governor. At this time, Brian, if you could please bring up Rick Duncan and Ethel, and we'll have Rick speak first. For the office of district governor, I officially place into nomination first district governor. Let's see, let me try that again. For the office of district governor, I will place into nomination first Vice District Governor Richard Hopkins from the Buckeye Lion Club. The Nomination and Election Committee chairperson has verified that he does indeed meet all candidate requirements set forth by our 21 South Constitution and bylaws. So at this time, we will call on Rick Duncan, who is going to do the nomination speech. You do have 5 minutes.
Okay,
And
can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, my name is Rick Duncan. I'm a 36-year member of the Buckeye Lions Club. And 16 years ago, my son, who was president, David at the time, sponsored a member, Richard Hopkins. Richard's been a member of the Buckeye Club for 16 years and has served 4 different times as club president. In addition to that, he's also served 3 years as a zone chair. He's served 3 years on the Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation Board of Directors. He has served 2 years on the Lions Camp Tadie Board of Directors. He has received the Lions International Leadership Medal and the Gold Centennial Membership Award in 2017. And he received the Presidential Award in 2019. In addition, he led the efforts in 2017 to have a proclamation signed honoring the centennial anniversary from the governor of Arizona, from the Arizona House of Representatives, from the state Senate, and the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. He has served as chair for the past 13 years of the upcoming 65th annual Buckeye Lions Club Lanier Calvert Memorial Track and Field Championships, which was chronicled in the 2008 Lion magazine as one of the top 5 Lions events in the US. Lion Richard is also a world-renowned sports photographer. His work has appeared on CNN, on the cover of one book, and included inside another book. Also in numerous newspapers and magazines across the nation, and 2 of his photographs are on display in the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York. In 2008, while in Japan for the Baseball World Cup, he was a guest of the Matsuyama Lions Club for dinner. Club members enjoyed Richard's company and showed him around their town. In 2013, once again while in Japan for a high school baseball exchange, he was a guest of one of the Osaka Lions clubs and also had dinner with them. In 2014, while in Canada for the Baseball World Cup, all of the Edmonton clubs were on hiatus, but he still managed to meet up with a couple of the local Lions at the ballpark. It seems that wherever Lion Richard goes, he finds other Lions. Most of you know of his dedication to his club and the youth of his community. He has coached youth baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. In addition, he was instrumental in the purchase of the Spot Vision machine, and he himself has performed over 7,000 screenings since the purchase. He's also demonstrated the Spot Vision machine to state legislatures, to candidates for governor, for the candidates for the state superintendent of schools, and several legislative candidates. Excuse me. He, along with 2 fellow club members, made a presentation on Lions partnerships and the spot business machine in Philadelphia in 2019 while attending the National School Boards Association's meeting. As he travels the world sharing Lionism, let's help him with those universally recognized initials before his name. On behalf of the Buckeye Lions Club and with their total support, I place the name of Lion Richard Hopkins into nomination as District Governor of District 21 South. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rick. We appreciate that. Now calling for a seconding speech. And Ethel, I believe you are up to provide the second.
Hello, good
Would you
evening.
like-
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Would you like to turn on your camera?
Lion Brian, did you turn off my camera?
It's fine. You can just go.
You can turn it
just
on if
speak.
you wish.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So, good evening, fellow Lions. My name is Ethel Losario, and I'm currently the second Vice District Governor for 21N. And just, a few minutes ago, we just held our own nomination, and I'm moving to first Vice District Governor. When Lion Richard actually requested if I can actually second his candidature, one thing that I found out is that when you're in a position, you're able to look at the what do you call that, the members profile, and I was really so impressed with Lion Richard Hopkins' numerous positions with with the Lions. Lion Richard actually was amazing in the sense that when he got recruited in 2004, he immediately became the membership chairperson, which, as you very well know, is actually one of the hardest jobs being in the club. In 2015, when Phoenix Asian American Lions Club actually was chartered, Lion Richard would always be there and make himself available, and asking us if there is any support that we need from him. He's that kind of lion that our club, the district, actually is looking for. And I'm here to second the nomination of Lion Richard Hopkins to be the District Governor for 21 South. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This, DG Keith, brings us to an end of our nominations, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank all of you for your participation. Lion Richard Hopkins is the sole candidate for District Governor for the Lionistic 21-22 year. Once again, the other two are vacant, and we will not be voting on those. Please do vote. Please consider what you've just heard, what you already know about Lion Richard, and vote yes to have him in there. If you do have a concern, it is your right to vote no, and it is a secret ballot. With that, are there any, the procedure for filling the two vacancies, we're getting, there's a couple of different routes on that. Lion Les Davier is going to have final direction from LCI. When we get that, I will ask our cabinet secretary to send that out to the club, so you will be aware of what's happening, so it'll be transparent to you. So if there are any questions about that procedure, this is not the time to ask because those are being clarified. Outside of that, though, do you have any questions that need to be answered regarding the election over the next 2 days? Myself, Sheila, and Brian are all here, and somebody can answer those if you have any.
Governor Keith,
Yes.
since all of this needs to be taking place in the district convention, I would recommend that the record show that you call the convention to order at the beginning of the meeting, and that you, when you're ready, at the end, you can place it in recess until the final hour of the voting, which is going to be on Friday at whatever time, so that you'll be. That's just a procedural thing in case somebody wants to ask the question, was this done properly at a district convention? The answer is yes. And it is our annual convention, so this is it for the year.
Thank you. Thank you for the guidance, Past District Governor Les. And the convention has been convened, and business will commence tomorrow. Are there any other questions regarding the election of officer?
Yes, I am seeing one question. Lion Susan Marquis, would you please, you're unmute. I've unmuted you, but you're okay. You're unmuted. Please speak.
Hi, I'm Sue Marks, and I'm just wondering, will we be getting more communication about the vote? I know we got a video on the steps to do, but will we be getting a link to the application that we need to log into?
Yes, as I said earlier, tomorrow it starts at 11, so around 10:59 or thereabouts, you will receive an email that says basically it's time to vote and has your link that you can click, just like in the video.
Okay, and the numbers, I understand the numbers will be pre-filled, etc. It
When
looks
you hit
easy
the
enough.
link, yeah, when you hit the link, your information already gets filled in, correct?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's
Thank
the
you.
only hand that's up, Lion Keith.
And Brian is obviously the expert and the one doing this. He'll be happy to help you if you somehow don't reach him. If you get a hold of Lion, Sheila, or myself, we will get a hold of Brian and put you together for that. Any other questions before we end for the evening? Okay. Thank you again for joining us in this most unusual convention and in the most unusual year of the most unusual redistricting that probably has ever happened. With this, we will recess the convention until 11 a.m. tomorrow morning when electronic voting will commence. Thank you all, and please have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.